So what was Applied's philosophy in our perspective, and how did that play into our decision making? This really is a central question to our process for deciding on who's our AMS vendor going to be. Because if you think about it, the AMS is the central piece of the tech stack. It is the hub that all the other spokes of the wheel should be attaching to. And when we looked at the due diligence process, it really came down to two companies and two completely different philosophies. There is your main competitor whose philosophy is, hey, you know what? Let's build this API ecosystem and we'll let everybody and their mom pay to be in our partner program and everybody can bolt on. Hey, you want to bolt on? Do you want to bolt on? Come on over, let's do it. And you get this mishmash of APIs and all this stuff happening behind the scenes that the central core vendor doesn't have control over. You get all these third parties that have their own ideas for how things should be done, and that can be problematic. I thought it was going to be great going into it because you have more choice, and you think, if you're not really considering all the ins and outs, choice equals better. Because as independent insurance agents, that's a large talking point for a lot of agencies out there. Hey, you should pick me over the captive agency because you have choice. We have more companies, more options, whatever. I went into the due diligence process thinking more choice equals better. And then we encounter Applied's philosophy of, hey, you know what? If there's a function, if there's a feature, if there's a product that we really like, we're just going to buy that company, make it a part of Applied, and carry on. I mean, Indio, Tarmica, CSR24, they were all acquired from outside and made a part of the Applied system. What this created and what we saw was a native experience when all the different pieces just fit, where there's one user experience, there's one design, the one workflow, and Applied has control of the whole thing. Sure, Applied works with third-party companies, and yeah, they have an SDK, and they have APIs and all the techie things, and it's all great. There's a place for that. But the core products being owned and managed and controlled and developed and evolved from one parent company who doesn't have to ask anybody else for permission, doesn't have to wait for other developers to do their thing so Applied can do their thing. Man, that's just really powerful. When you think about it from a utility perspective, unbeatable.